Welcome back. All right, so thanks to the fact that this game went to a shootout, I'm going to miss the first few minutes of like 6 games that are getting started now, but I want to get this one done and posted, and also I don't know when I'm going to have time during these games. So, that being said, the Flames in against the Panthers. As I said, this went to a shootout. Let's see how they got there. Markstrom versus Knight in this one. Barkov making his return from illness. Look good. So did their reverse retros. Love the Florida reverse retros. Lomberg has a shot that's held. There's some pushing after that. Bennett had a rush chance that was saved. The Panthers would press. The Flames press, but they're kept to the outside. Anderson fires one high on a rush. Zadorov has a blast that's blocked. The Flames press at 7.5 minutes. The Panthers would then press as well, and they get a power play out of it. Flames start the penalty kill with a clear. Good cycle. Backlund clears after a Tanev block. They do kill that off. Zone time for the Flames, but they needed shots at this point. They really weren't getting them. There's a post for Dubé on a rush. More pressure. Markstrom makes 2 fantastic saves. The Flames rush the other way. Both goalies were sharp to this point in the game, and they both had good games, so the numbers not fantastic at the end of the night. Flames get a power play. Lindholm's shot is held, and then Ruzicka, who's starting to heat up, he scores on the power play from Hanifin and Zadorov at 15-13. It was a good cycle. 11th time that the Flames have scored first in a game this year. They're one of the league leaders in that category. Coleman tries to add another. The Panthers would press with 3.5 minutes left. Barkov's denied. Their shots, 3-1, or that's a different period altogether. So good back and forth. That closes it out. Now we go to the second period. And early in the second period, Calgary doubles their lead. It's Zadorov from Ruzicka and Lindholm at 50 seconds. So Ruzicka, pretty good game for him. And it was a 2-on-1. It was a screen shot, and it's in the net. Things get pushy then after a hold by Markstrom. The Panthers having problems with turnovers. Both teams did, and it was aggressive plays by both defenses in this game too. So another hold by Markstrom. The shots are 3-1 for Florida 3 minutes in. And then at 3:30, Markstrom goes behind his net. And it's one of those ones where he turns it over behind his net. White grabs it, says thanks, wraps it around into the net, makes it 2-1 in favor of Calgary. So, yeah, Markstrom out of position there. It's one of those ones that it'll end up on highlight reel saves. It's one of those ones that'll have somebody yelling 10 the goal. I get it. Panthers then look to tie it. There was a penalty in the offensive zone by the Panthers, though. The Flames get the power play. Backlund has a tip that's saved. Back-to-back clears by the Panthers. They kill that off. They allow 2 shots to the Flames on that one. Panthers with a 3-on-2 then. That was defended. Hanifin has a shot that's blocked. Backlund has 2 shots that are saved at the other end. Or at that end. Barkov with a net feed. That leads to a hold and a pile-up after that. A bit of a dog pile there. We then had a fight between Gilbert and Lomberg as this game starts to get really chippy. And then Ritchie had a fight with Gudas as things are getting punchier. And during that fight with Ritchie and Gudas, guys were pairing off. It could have got uglier. Panthers came out of all that with a power play. A short-handed Backlund rush starts it. Barkov has a chance that's held. And then Reinhart scores on the power play from Tkachuk and Barkov at 10:56. It was a tic-tac-toe off of a face-off win. Montour was then denied as the Panthers rush. They are trying to get the lead. Mark Stahl hits the post. Toffoli was then denied on an opportunity he got on a turnover. And then Ruzicka puts the Flames back into the lead from Elias Lindholm at 12:58. He blasted that one home, and that was on a face-off win as well. Montour then had a net feed that deflects wide. The Flames pressed with 3 minutes left, and they pressed again in the final minute. But coming out of that second period, the Flames with the 3-2 lead. Third period, good start for the Flames. Knight holds on, but then on some poor defense by the Calgary Flames, Luostarinen ends up getting a goal from Bennett and Forsling at 1:12. There were 2 Panthers in front of the net, and the Flames' defense was forward. They weren't back to cover that. Flames then get a power play, near miss for Kadri. Back-to-back clears by the Panthers. Knight held onto a screenshot. That's killed off. The Panthers then rush the other way. The Flames would press at 5.5 minutes. The fans called too many men. I think they called an interference as well, one or the other. And the ref doesn't call that, so the referee is told that he sucks. Dubé fires one wide on a rush, and then we get a little bit of a scrum going on there, some pushing and shoving back and forth. Flames press, or Coleman ends up scoring from Backlund at 6:56. That's on a turnover, and it's buried in close. Forsling with an accidental tip to Coleman and in. So Forsling's trying to clear the puck out, just tips it right out to Coleman, who gets the goal. Panthers draw a power play. Ekblad's denied. Good cycle. Huberdeau clears it. That's killed off. Weegar then had a chance to deflect it out. The Panthers press, and eventually they score. At 13:46 is Matthew Tkachuk against his former teammates from Bennett and Montour. Bennett and Tkachuk were both prominent in this game. There was also some prominence from Huberdeau and Weegar in this. Clearly guys playing against their former teammates. Lomberg included in that. Fired up a little bit in this. So, Weegar nearly responds. Ruzicka then had his hat trick bid. He near missed on that puck. Flames press in the final minute, and then at the horn, Coleman and Mark Stahl let each other know that they really don't like one another. So we go to overtime. Flames controlled early. Bennett's denied on a rush. Lindholm had a rush chance deflected wide. Ekblad has a shot that's caught and held. Anderson's forced wide on a rush. Lindholm couldn't bury one in close with 39.5 seconds left. Paul Maurice calls a timeout for the Panthers. Whatever they discussed, don't matter. We're going to a shootout. In the shootout, Lundell had a goal in the first round, Huberdeau had a goal in the second round, and there was no goals until the fifth round where Rasmus Andersson gets what would prove to be the winner. So your final score is 5-4 in a shootout for the Flames, who really needed this. They're 8-7-2 now. For the Panthers, 9-7-2. They don't have that magic at home. It looks like they're close to having that magic at home, but they need to stop being down going into the third. It happens against Dallas. It happens against Calgary. They need to be a little bit better prepared. So the shots, 9 apiece in the first, 14 each in the second, 11-9 Calgary in the third, 3-1 Florida in the overtime. Both teams had 35 shots in this game. Both teams 1 for 3 on the power play. The hits were heavily in favor of Calgary, 33-17. Markstrom and Knight both saved 31 out of 35, and there you go. So that's it for this game. I will upload this, and we've got a whole bunch more action coming tonight. 13 more games. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.